All right, it's just before 10 o'clock on Thursday. Just waiting for Shane or whoever else comes from the property management place to come and inspect this particular flat. Hopefully they're happy with it all and I'll get all my bond back. Otherwise they'll want to get a cleaner in and charge me the earth to have that done, which is a pain, but what can you do? I'm not a professional cleaner. I haven't got great eyesight, and I wouldn't want to be doing that job for quids, to be honest with you. It's a lot of hard work. But I think the place is in reasonable nick. Actually, it's just another job I have to do. Every time I look, there's something else. Yep, yeah, I got that sorted out. I had some soap on there, so I wanted to take that off and put it in pristine condition. I think the shower's in reasonable nick. I used a mould remover and I think it's okay. Not sure about the windows. I had a go at them. They're cleaner than they were, but whether they're up to scratch, I have no idea. I had a friend who did cleaning for some time, house cleaning, and yeah, his place wasn't exactly in pristine condition, so that's interesting. But that's probably not unusual. If people working in trades, they don't look after their own places like they would for a client. So that's human nature, I guess. Oh, the other thing is the fridge, I think, is pretty okay, the interior. I think that's reasonably clean. The oven was really hard work, especially down the bottom, the tray that takes all the crap. I just did a surface job on that, but I hope that's okay. Certainly the door is a lot cleaner than when I first saw it. I got a lot of brown muck in the bucket when I was doing that. So, look, I think everything's pretty right. There's all this stuff came here. This is clear now. That's all fine. This is all stuff that came with. The good thing about this rental is that a lot of this stuff is actually supplied. As you can see, quite a bit of cooking utensils and what have you, which I don't have at the moment. Although some of that stuff up the top shelf there is pretty grotty. I had to clean everything I used. It wasn't in great order that way. So I've improved on it in that respect. Also, I'm going to leave the toilet brush here because the... oh, shit. As I say, every time I look, I find something else I need to do. Hold on. Yeah, just found some cobwebs there behind that couch, which is pretty grotty itself. I tried using the vacuum on it, but that wasn't much chop. So, the only other thing I've got to worry about now is moving those two items. Okay, let's give you some idea of the noise that I get from the balcony here from next door at the monkey business. It's just down there, the playground area. The worst thing about it is when you have young girls screaming. They've got that sort of high-pitched screaming sound which just goes through your nerves. Apart from that, it's actually not too bad here. It's incredibly quiet compared to where I was living. So that's a big advantage. I was also trying to get some bloody noise from someone who was using a drill, and that was that was actually on Wednesday, the last day I was actually in Martin Street, and this guy was just drilling all morning, and it was just driving me nuts. And it's the sort of crap I had to put up with all the time. None of that here. This has been a huge improvement for me, living in this particular apartment. I've only had 2 nights here so far, but incredibly quiet. So I'm very, very happy with that. So that's the big plus here. And even though they've got monkey business there with that little playground area right behind me, it's not always used. It seems as though the busy periods in the morning and in the afternoon when school's out. That seems to be the 2 busiest periods. And when I did the inspections, I just happened to come here both times when it was in the afternoon, when there were a lot of kids there. During the day, it's pretty quiet. I don't think they've got any clients there. So it's not a constant noise. Look, everything is reasonably okay. There's a couple of issues. The biggest issue is in the bathroom. I'll get to that soon. I have to change a light here. They've got two lights underneath there that illuminate the. You can see just only one of those lights is actually operating at the moment. So I'm trying to get that replaced, but I got the wrong one, of course. They're not standardised, these things. It's a screw mount, but they've got different width of the screw that goes into the socket. And this one needs a small one, whereas I got a standard size one, so it didn't work. I did a bit of shopping yesterday and I bought some stuff. See, that's one of the pots I bought. I bought a whole set of pots from Target. Can't remember where I put the damn things now. They must be... No, I don't know where I put them. Anyway, they're in the wash, that's why. Yeah, so I bought a whole stack of pots. It's only about $38 and it was a whole set. And also with these utensils thrown in as well. So that was pretty good value. So it was a bit of a pain having to lug it back though, down the road, because it's quite a heavy parcel, but that's okay. Looking at this particular room, I've decided what this is going to be is my guest room and study, but most of the time will be my study. So I'm looking at possibly putting a desk in here, and I've got power down there. I'll reorientate the bed around that direction. The other thing I've got in mind here is you can see that there's actually on the left-hand side there to the aircon, you've got a bit of wall there. Now, my plan is to put some glass in that's actually goes straight into the bathroom. What I'm thinking of doing is getting a wooden framed panel of glass, a long full-length panel that runs the width to the aircon from the doorway through to the aircon there, and just allow the natural light to go straight into the bathroom. And that way I won't have to actually redesign the bath or the shower. It'll be a very cheap option relatively compared to doing, having to totally refurbish the whole bathroom. It's quite a nice room. It's got a really nice view, and of course I don't have any of the sound from monkey business in this particular room. So if the kids are making a racket out the other direction, I can just retreat to this particular spare room. So that's a huge advantage for me that I've got that choice. One of the great things about having a 2-bedroom place and bedrooms being on opposite side of the building is really good. Now, getting on to the bathroom, this is where I have the major issue. The bathroom's fine. It's incredibly big, so I'm really happy about that. But you can just see down there, see that moisture. Now, I don't know when I flush the loo, I seem to get a bit of moisture there and there. There's actually the laundry's just there, and the wash basin there. Look, I'm going to buy a plunger, and that might be just some sort of a clogging with the drainage. But apart from that, it's a great bathroom. And I get a lot of natural light in it because I leave the other bedroom door open, and that way I can go get light coming straight through, natural light, which I prefer to have. With the bedroom itself, that's all fine. This aircon's got a funny flap on it. It looks a bit broken. I don't know if I can fix it or whatever. I had this set of drawers that were just over here initially, and I've switched them to inside the cupboard, which is what I've done in my other places. And that way it's concealed, there's plenty of room for it. And I mean, it's not the most attractive set of drawers, but it is practical. And as you can see, there's my jerry-built curtain for the time being, which is just basically one of my bedding sheets. And what I do is I just drag it across like that and provide myself with shade during the evening. I still haven't been able to find the curtain for that particular track, and I don't know if I'll be able to locate it, but I'll keep searching anyway. And I'm very happy with the place here. I've settled in really well. I love the extra space. I love the fact that it is quiet in the main. Also has a fantastic breeze going through that door right through to the other side of the building. It's going to be great in summer because there's great ventilation in this particular property, and that will be fabulous when it's stinking hot here between January and March. So yeah, it's all pretty good.